Hello everyone, it's Twiley X360 again, and here with yet another update, but one that's long since overdue. So, there's a lot that's been going on behind the scenes, because of course there is. And there's a reason why I haven't really been making that much content lately. Ever since September, I've been suffering from, you know it, you love it, seasonal affective disorder. I have no idea what it is, but it has been kicking my ass this year. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the fact that my summer essentially ended in a tailspin, or the fact that I haven't really had much to do aside from a few real-life jobs and obligations. And October was okay, it was fine, but November has just been such a nothing month until Thanksgiving week. And then, of course, now it's December and all the busy planning that comes with that. So, with all of this in mind, I just haven't exactly been motivated, more or less inspired to do anything. You know, aside from a few music videos here and there about the Great Gatsby musical for some reason, which I want to talk about real quick. In the summer of 2024, I became absolutely obsessed with this soundtrack, and I knew somehow I was going to make music videos about it. And so I got the actual movies based on The Great Gatsby and made those into the music videos. I must say, it's not exactly something I see all that often among music video creators, where they take the song from the Broadway soundtrack of a movie. But I'm still proud of the way I edited them, even if they did very poorly at first. 'Cause that's something weird I've noticed about the Great Gatsby videos. So, when I first uploaded Roaring On, I remember that one did pretty badly, and Absolute Rose didn't do so well either, and New Money also didn't do so well at first, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna do this project unless people are actually interested, which is why I still made 2 other music videos when the first one did so badly. Just imagine that the pilot for this project is split into 3, even if, you know, it's already based on a musical, which is based on a movie, which is based on a book. Anyways, they didn't do so well at first, but then the strangest thing happened. My music video for New Money suddenly just started blowing up in views and likes. And even Absolute Rose started blowing up in views shortly after that. And likes. And as for Roaring On, well, that one hasn't exactly taken off yet, but I have an assumption that it just might. And basic point, it was unexpected, to say the least. I think before I posted those videos, I had like 376 or 77 subscribers. Now I'm around 383 or somewhere like that. which may not seem like that big of a difference, but it is a nice little boost, and I appreciate everyone for subscribing for those, as well as leaving likes on the music videos. I didn't expect them to take off like they did, though, especially New Money. Although, what I'm thinking, it might just be because New Money is such a good song. So, I might continue this, but I'm not entirely certain. I haven't actually watched any of those movies before I made those music videos, so it was kind of difficult for me to tell what was happening in some parts, but basically the way it happens in the musical is kind of like how it happens in the movies. They just play out as scenes go on. And I'm very sure that if I ever make a video for her, the musical number, it's going to just be Gatsby and Nick just talking it out. But I can't really do any of that now. Like I said, I have a lot going on right now, especially when I'm recording this video. And by that, I mean I'm essentially going to be out of contact for a while. I don't know for how long, but definitely for the next few days. Between either Wednesday or Thursday through Sunday of this week, I'm not really going to be able to do anything. I'm traveling out of my town to see a Christmas event. So that's what's going on my end, at least for now. And as for the rest of the month, I have no idea. But because of how busy I'm going to be, I'm probably still going to be out of contact. Going back to my seasonal affective disorder, though, I have to stress this. I have no idea why I've been feeling so lonely lately, despite the fact that I'm clearly surrounded by people, even if I don't really talk to them that often. And yeah, maybe that's the problem, but regardless, I clearly do have friends in my life, both online and off. But why I feel lonely, I have no idea. And it has been absolutely kicking my ass as much as the seasonal affective disorder has been. And yeah, maybe it's just because I can't muster up the courage to talk to anyone, because either I'm nervous I'll mess it up somehow, or I just don't think people want to talk to me in general. It's just one of those things where I'm just overthinking it, and what I'm thinking may not actually be true, but it might be, and I really don't want to piss anybody off, even though so many of the people I've been talking to lately have been figures from my past, and sometimes even friends I've made in the past 5 years who have done or said nothing but nice things to me. If there's any view I have of 2024 as a year, though, it's the fact that it had this weird sense of nostalgia around it. And that's even ignoring the fact that I had my 10-year anniversary this year of Twiley X360. But really, this year has just been full of moments like this, where I've just been going to places or seeing people from my past. Finally, the past is catching up to me. Indeed, Jeremy Jordan, Great Gatsby. It's probably why it's my favorite song from the musical, if I'm gonna be honest. Because it's just all too true this year. More so than any other year. I mean, this year literally started me out with going to HarmonyCon, meeting my friend Diane, catching up on the glory days of what I experienced in the Brony fandom. And then, of course, it all ended with me encountering an idol from my past, Lightning Bliss, to talk about a friend of my past who I helped meet her. I mean, how do you even explain that? And as of now, I have officially talked to my cousins, which shouldn't sound like a big deal, but it is to me. Mostly because we normally don't really have anything to do with each other. So talking to them felt really comforting. And literally just at the end of last week, I ran into one of my old elementary school teachers who was all too excited to see me again. People from my past, all over the place, are just asking about me, years after we had anything to do with each other. One of my film clients was my preschool teacher for my film job. And of course, comforting nostalgia from TV shows and movies I watched as a kid, whether they're new or old. No, seriously, like, I felt nostalgia when I was watching The Wild Robot. The Wild Robot, a brand new movie that came out this year. And I can only imagine that this would make even less sense as to why I'm so lonely. Why? Why with all this nostalgia? Well, I've been thinking about it, and I think it has something to do with short-term gains, I guess you could say. Like, usually whenever I interacted with somebody this year, it was one of the best, most comforting moments I've experienced all year. Which is why I'm still thankful for it. I cherish every moment of it. But that's the thing. Whenever I have those absolutely amazing and treasured interactions, they never go any further than that. And by that I mean, whenever I have these interactions, they just kind of stop and never really come up again. Like they don't mean anything, even though I'm hoping it means something that's a more positive revelation for who I'm interacting to more than I. Or once again, it's probably because I'm just too afraid to talk. And well, that's probably because I'm so afraid of rambling. Like, I hate when I ramble. It's at the point where I consider it heinous because I don't want to bore people out of their minds. And of course, it's why I don't like making update videos like this, but I have to do something. But yeah, I just have a hard time being able to tell when I ramble. Like, how do I know if I'm rambling? And I want to stop that for good. And probably actually listen for once. Or maybe I already am, I just haven't lended my ear yet. Because again, I am just that afraid of talking to someone. I'm that afraid of pissing someone off. But yeah, I'm a people pleaser, so yeah, I'm just gonna have those problems. Even though I hope at some point in the future I'll get over this flaw of rambling and this fear of talking. And maybe these interactions I had will actually mean something and go somewhere. I'm just nervous. And I don't think I can really do it alone either. But I have you guys. And if I actually start talking again, I won't feel as alone as I do anymore. I have one more thing to talk about. Speaking of nervousness, remember that fic I wrote a while back called I Love the Star in You? Based on this picture drawn by Lightning Bliss, commissioned by PieMaster128. Well, PieMaster128 literally texted me today and wants to check out my fic. Which, fantastic, more power to them. Seeing what the commissioner himself, the very inspiration for the fic, thinks about it is gonna be great. But, you know, I'm still kinda nervous about them checking out my work. I haven't exactly had the best rap with fanfics lately, is all I'm saying, and I just don't want this to disappoint them. So, PieMaster128, if you're watching this video, one, I'm glad that you stuck around for this long, thank you, and thank you for checking out my fic. My thanks and appreciation for you for inspiring it is through the roof. It was an amazing experience, and I hope it impresses you. And I guess that basically concludes this video. Have a great day, guys, and thank you all for sticking around me. No matter what, I truly do cherish and treasure every moment we have. I never forget our interactions because they're just always so precious to me.